Hi, how is everyone? Welcome back to Circle Time. How we doing? It's another solo episode. I really have just been loving these solo episodes so much. Hopefully you guys are liking them too. I also just immediately started overheating the second I started recording this. So if my face looks bright red, my bright red jacket that I'm wearing also doesn't help with that. But just ignore that. I'm excited. We're back doing another solo episode, and I just really have been loving these. I feel like it's brought us so much closer as circlers, and that just makes me so happy. So, hello, how are we doing? I hope you all have been having a wonderful week. I'm trying to think about what's been going on this week. I want to do a little recap, and I also, new thing, have topics out in front of me on my computer, whereas normally I'm just kind of stream of consciousness going for it, which I don't know if that's a good thing or not, but that's what I've been doing, and it stresses me out because sometimes I'm like, what if I just have absolutely nothing to say, which hasn't happened yet because I could honestly talk forever, but it's nice to have some topics in front of me so I actually have things to reference, so we won't be going completely off the rails today as normal, hopefully, or we might, because I feel like I normally have things in my mind that I'm gonna plan on talking about, and then I kind of just go in a completely different direction. But hey, the water in my house is turned off. This is not on my topic list, but it's what's occurring right now. The water on my house is turned off, so I haven't even gotten to brush my teeth today. So the teeth routine that I was yapping away about last week, not going strong right now, not going strong at all. And also, can you guys please help? I how do I do it? Well, what order do I go in, and should I incorporate oil pulling? I know I mentioned this last time, but I'm still struggling. I did use my mouthwash today, so it's not completely disgusting in there, but going kind of just raw dogging mouthwash when you haven't brushed your teeth or flossed or anything is I didn't love it, although I could have flossed, so maybe I should have done that also. But that's where we're at. The water's turned off. They're currently putting the shower heads and stuff in our showers, so we're kind of getting to the end of the house renovations, you guys. And once we do that, the wallpaper's in, by the way, it looks so good. I actually cannot wait to show you all. I'm very excited about how the house is coming together. But I'm also very excited to get back into my office, which is also where I record Circle Time from home, because it looks different and it's so cute. And we're going to make some fun little changes to Circle Time, nothing crazy, but just incorporate some new fun things in Circle Time, and I'm just really excited about it. So yeah, we're doing that, and we're almost there. The house is really coming together. I think we're going to be able to move furniture in the next week or next couple weeks or something, so it's exciting. Another exciting thing that's happened this week is Please, 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 the song. Please, 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 Show Me to Me, Rachel. Extended cut. How good would that collab be? Can somebody mash that up? Can somebody go, please, 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 and then Show Me to Me, Rachel? Can you guys work on that? Also, another one that I would love someone to make is, the song from Euphoria that's still don't know my name. So if someone could take the intro to that, right before it goes, still don't know, right? You have the lead up to it, right? But right before it goes, still don't know my name, it cuts into Grace Vanderwaal from, was it America's Got Talent? Still don't know my name. You know that song? I don't play by the rules of the game. Do you remember that viral America's Got Talent thing that happened? Would love to see a mashup of that also. So if we could get Please, 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 Show Me to Me, Rachel mashup, and then Still Don't Know My Name, Grace Vanderwaal mashup. That has been in my head for so long. And no one has ever understood what I was talking about, except for my friend Emma's boyfriend. Emma, you know Emma. She's been on here before. Shout out to her boyfriend, Chase. He was the actual only other person who I've ever pitched that idea to that was that actually knew what I was talking about with Grace Vanderwaal and the Labyrinth song. Anyway, wow. Okay, well, talk about going off the fucking rails. I don't even know what I was about to say. Oh, please, please, please. Can we talk about it? It's so good. It's so freaking good. Like the song Espresso, yeah, no, obviously it's like a massive hit. You know, like it's a really good song, but like I didn't hear it for the first time and was like playing it all the time, I would say. But please, please, please. Holy mackerel. Holy mackerel. That shit is fucking good. It kind of slaps, to be completely honest. Please, please, please. I just love it. I really do like that song, and I really like the music video. I love the music video. As we know, I've talked about it in the Met Gala, my Met Gala fashion review, and I've definitely talked about Teddy Perkins here on Circle Time. Probably like every single episode I find a way, because everything scares me, and then anything that scares me eventually leads back to Teddy Perkins. Remember that game where it was like, how can you find, like, you can always lead, oh God, I can't think. It's like, give me a celebrity and I can find a way to lead. Give me a celebrity and something else and I can find a way to like link them or whatever. I feel like anything I'm scared of, I could just link to Teddy Perkins. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, it's an episode from Atlanta where Donald Glover has like makeup on and he looks like this, and he plays this character called Teddy Perkins. You can look into it if you want. It has stuck with me for years and haunts my life. But is it Barry Keoghan? Is that how you say his last name? Or is it Keoghan? Or is it Keoghan? I don't know. So let's just call him Barry. Let's just call him Bear. Bear. He has Teddy Perkins vibes to me. Can't really explain it, but he was great in the music video. And obviously Sabrinester was beautiful and perfect as well. So just to kind of see the Bear Sab collab of the century, really, I mean, talk about power couple right now. I know nothing about them. But that's just kind of like everybody's talking about them. And the music video was really good. It was really good. And I'll probably watch it again. You know, I feel like music videos are kind of like, they don't get the love they deserve anymore. Like music videos used to be such a big deal. And I feel like nowadays it's not every day people are talking about music videos. So I love the fact that like everybody's really into this one, because let's bring music videos like back, like good, fun music videos. Because I love a music video. I really do. My all-time favorite music video, thank you so much for asking, I would say, you know what music video I really do love is the Born to Die music video. Lana Del Rey. I've watched that one like so many times. I can't think of a single other music video that's ever been made right now. Like, what are like the top music videos? Best music videos 2000s. Let's look up the best music videos from the 2000s and let's see what we're working with. Okay, haven't seen any of these. Oh, Hey Ya, that is actually a really good music video. I will say. Best music videos from 2010s. Wrecking Ball, a classic. Chandelier, that's a good one. Somebody that I used to know. Oh, you know which one I like? Oh, here it goes. Getting with the guys on the treadmills. Okay, Go. I used to love that one. Okay, LMFAO. Yes. Do you guys know that song? It's on and poppin', yes. The party's rockin', yes. The cuties talkin', yes. And there ain't no stoppin'. Every day I see my dream. I used to watch that music video a lot. But, you know, I feel like Please, Please, Please is going to be just an absolute classic that everyone's going to be talking about the music video for a long time. Yeah, I really loved it. I really did. The whole time I was watching it, I was smiling because I just thought it was really good. And I love the clothes. I love the vibe. I love it. 10 out of 10. This ad is sponsored by ByHeart. So Otis had a little like meltdown earlier. Okay. And I had like a little bit of a mom guilt moment because I mean, he was really just like overtired and we were walking around outside and he was getting a little hot. And when we came in, he was just, I could just tell he was like, he hit his tired wall and he needed to go down for a nap. And so I was trying to put him down, but he was honestly just like freaking out and he was upset, and I was struggling to make him feel better. And I feel like when that happens, I kind of just start to like spiral, and I'm like, why isn't he, what's going on? But then he fell asleep like very quickly, and I realized that he was tired and just a little overtired, and mom guilt plays tricks on you because he was totally, totally fine. And I knew that, but like I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And then I was sitting there after he fell asleep and he was all good. And I was like, oh my God, I would just do anything for him. You know, like I just love him so much. And he is like the absolute joy of my life. And like all I ever want to do, the most important thing in the world to me now is making sure that he is okay and that he is like getting the best out of life that he possibly can. Like I just want to give him the best life ever in every single aspect, you know, whether that's like the best emotional like attention and love that I can give him, or the best like home to live in, or the best food I give him. Like I just always want to make sure that I'm never like doing less than the best, you know? And that leads me to ByHeart. ByHeart is an infant nutrition company built from the ground up to deliver real innovation on behalf of babies and parents. And their mission is simple: make the best formula in the world. And obviously, after what I just said, like the best formula is exactly what I'm looking for, you know? And this year, my friends at ByHeart, which by the way is the only American-made formula with globally sourced ingredients to use organic, grass-fed, whole milk, okay? Never skim. They're celebrating the ways in which they never skim on anything, especially your babies. And like, that's exactly it. Like, I never want to skim on anything that I do for him. Like, I never want to half it, you know? Like, I always want to be like fully in it with him and making sure that he is fully getting the best that he possibly can. ByHeart is doing the same thing for our babies. And like, I can control what I choose to feed him, but I can't make it myself. Unfortunately, as you know, like I'm using formula. And so I want to make sure that he's getting the best of the best. And ByHeart is not skimming, just like I don't want to either. ByHeart never skims on healthy fats, using only organic grass-fed whole milk. And whole milk is full of healthy fats, okay? Like naturally occurring MFGM, which play an important role in babies' brain development and growth. Amazing. ByHeart never skims on protein. Their patented protein blend gets closest to breast milk thanks to the two most abundant proteins found in breast milk, plus broken down proteins. ByHeart never skims on their standards, which why should we, especially when it comes to our babies and their health, you know? Their formula is made with certified clean ingredients, plus it has no soy, no corn syrup, no GMOs, and no palm oil. And like when you hear that, you're like, why would I ever want to give my baby that? Like I didn't even realize that that was a possibility, but luckily with ByHeart, you will not be getting any of that. And they also never skim on digestion. Their formula is clinically proven versus a leading infant formula for easier digestion, softer poops, and less spit up. And speaking from personal experience, Otis had some like reflux kind of tummy issues going on, especially when he was younger. It's getting a little bit better now, but like getting a formula that is focusing on digestion and like making sure that our babies are having easier digestion, softer poops, less spit up, like all of those things are really, really important, because when your baby is uncomfortable, you can tell, and it is no fun. And really, like I said, like getting the best for Otis is the only thing that's important. It's the most important thing in the world to me. And finding a company that knows how important that is to parents is just so important, you know? And so this is the kind of stuff I want to be giving Otis, the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? So if you're curious about ByHeart, redeem your welcome offer at byheart.com/podcast with code CircleTime20 for a limited time. Additional terms and conditions apply. I'm also obviously still watching Summer House. I'm finally on the season that's on right now. And of course, the reunion is happening right now. So I'm kind of seeing clips of that. So I kind of know where things end. Not too stoked on what I'm seeing about West, honestly, because I really do like him on the show right now. You know, Sierra is just like a queen. She's obviously a fucking queen, you know? And I'm feeling like she really only deserves the best. And I thought the best might be West. But apparently it's not. And I'm very interested to see the reunion in full because I've seen clips, but I've been trying not to watch because I'm just like rooting for Sierra and everything. And so like I just anyone would be so lucky to be with her. She's Auntie Cece. That's what I call her to Otis when we're watching the show. Well, he's not really watching the show, but he does sneak a few peeks. Like I try to not do like full screen time with him, obviously, but sometimes it's on and he is like maneuvering his head a lot better these days. So he like turns around and looks and I'm like, that's Auntie Cece. Not everybody's an auntie on the show. Like I just don't know how I feel about everyone, but like obviously there's Auntie Paige, Auntie Cece, Auntie Amanda. He doesn't really have any uncles on that show, actually. None of the guys are really doing it for me at the moment. I said yesterday that the jury was still out on Uncle West or Uncle Jesse Solomon. But at this point in time, there's not really... Oh, Uncle Craig. If Paige brings Uncle Craig on, he can be an uncle. But that's it for Otis's aunts and uncles on Summer House that we're watching right now. And now Cody's kind of into Summer House, so like I can't really watch I can't watch it without him, you know, because I would be fucked up. So I mean I'm being a good wife, so I can't do that, but I'm like, let's go, I want to freaking watch this. So I did start watching Southern Charm just because I'm like, now I'm kind of in the Bravo verse. Like now that I've gotten a little taste, I can't get enough, but like nothing is quite like Summer House. But I haven't been minding Southern Charm. I really want to go visit Charleston, actually. But I'm only on, like, the first season. So, like, I don't really know. The first season is just, like... I feel like the first season of any reality show is just kind of, like, awkward. Like, you're just, like... You're getting used to these people. And you're like, who are these people? And even the same thing with Summer House. Like, the first couple episodes of every new season, like, especially when there's, like, new people in the house, you're kind of like... Okay, I don't know about you guys, but... Then you get used to it. And so that's kind of what I'm doing with Southern Charm, but I haven't been as into it as I have been with Summer House, obviously, but that took me a long time too. And I feel like all my friends are watching it too now, Summer House. And so like, it's nice to be able to like chat about it. Has anyone watched the new season of Love Island? I have not yet, but I do need to know if I should, because obviously it's a classic and it makes summer, you know. There's not summer without Love Island, I feel. So I probably will watch it, but I'm like, I don't know right now. You know what I did watch though? I actually last night watched the movie The Idea of You with Anne Hathaway and Nicholas something, right? Gozeltine, what's his last name? I should probably like know that. Yeah, I'm not too sure about that one, you guys. So I read the book. I talked about that. I read the book and I really did love the book. I don't care if it was glorified fan fiction about Harry Styles, Wattpad, whatever. Like I loved it. I loved every second of it. I imagined Olivia Culpo as Solène and Harry Styles as what's the character's name? Hayes Campbell. Okay, this is my thing. Anne Hathaway sometimes rubs me the wrong way on screen. Just like her acting sometimes. And like all that to say, like this is one of those things where I'm like, okay, Kelsey, you can't act. Why are you going to sit here and critique Anne Hathaway's acting style? It's like when you watch the Olympics and somebody like, you know, falls or something when they're ice skating and you're like, wow, you suck. And then you're like, okay, I couldn't fucking put on a pair of ice skates and do that if my life depended on it. So you're way better. What am I doing sitting here critiquing you while I'm sitting on the couch? But like, I don't know. She's just kind of like smug all the time, I feel like, when she's acting. And so I'm like, Anne, I don't know. She kind of just like, she bothers me. I mean, she's so beautiful and she is great, but like, and I don't know. I just am like, sometimes I'm like, Anne, why are you being so smug on camera? And there are just like a few things about the movie that are different about the book. Some that I do love and some that I'm not too sure about. Like the daughter, I think it makes more sense why it was like such a big deal when the daughter in the book, the daughter was like an actual active fan and she was a little bit younger. And so it made it harder for like that relationship, that storyline was like a little bit more like, ugh, it's going to be weird when you have to tell your daughter. It was like when you were like 12 or 13 and you're obsessed with Justin Bieber or something and you think that like you're going to end up with Justin Bieber one day and then he's dating your mom and you're like, how could you do that? I loved that guy, even though, you know what I mean? So I thought that made more sense. Whereas in the movie, the daughter is like 17 and she's like kind of over August Moon, the band, and so like she doesn't really care as much. Like she's just like, why didn't you tell me? But she's not like, I don't know. I don't know. And I didn't quite understand like why they had VIP like meet and greet passes and stuff if she didn't love them anymore. And I'm assuming it's to show because the dad got it for them. And so it's like to show that the dad didn't quite know what was going on in his daughter's life. I really have no idea. But I didn't quite understand any of that. And to be honest, as you know, in my home, we don't finish movies ever. So I do still have about 20 minutes left. So I don't exactly know how it ends, but I heard the ending is different than it is in the book. But I didn't love the ending of the book at all. So I'm glad it's a different ending. It wasn't like, it's not like the best movie I've ever seen, but like, I'm enjoying it. It's fine. I also think it's hard when you like have read a book and you think that you know what's going to happen and then it's different. Like if I just kind of went into this movie not having read the book, I feel like I might like it more. But it is still like a fun little storyline and whatnot. Last night, actually, you want to hear something super crazy that I did? Well, it's really not crazy at all. But I had a little weed gummy, actually. So yeah, I'm getting pretty wild. So I know you're probably like, Kelsey, you don't like weed, because I've talked very openly about like, I don't do well when I'm high. And maybe I've mentioned these before. The brand, The High Confectionery, it's actually a company that a friend of ours who went to Duke started. And she is amazing. Her name is Jenna. And the company, she made basically like little candy. They're little like gummy candies, but it's like a pack of candy, like how you'd have like a pack of Sour Patch Kids or something. And each gummy is only 1, I think it's milligram. Is that how it's, let's see. Wow, it's so nice having my computer right here, actually. High Confectionery. The brand is called The High Confectionery. It's just like so cute. They're basically like low dose edibles. So each one has just 1 milligram of THC in it. Okay. So it's like really, really low dose. Like you're like microdosing THC, weed, whatever. It was like perfect. Like I was like kind of giggly, but like I never felt the weird, like my heart is palpitating and I'm like freaking out. It's like just like the perfect amount of like, you feel like I felt a lot more relaxed and giggly and stuff, but it wasn't overwhelming at all. Really could not recommend more. There was one time where I had 2 and I actually did feel a little bit like scared. So I think I'm just a one gummy girl from The High Confectionery, but I really did enjoy that. I haven't done that obviously since before I had Otis, but I've always really liked these. So I did that last night and it was really funny. There was like a scene, the guy in the movie, what's his name? Hayes Campbell. He goes to this art studio. If you watch the movie, go watch the movie and you'll see, but like he's wearing a tank top and he has a tattoo on his chest. And I think I've been watching so much Summer House that like I'm used to seeing people with like little microphones occasionally. And so I thought he was wearing like a microphone on his tank top. And I was like, why is he wearing a microphone? Like that is so weird. They couldn't have like covered that. What the hell is this? Like, what is this Summer House? And Cody was like, that's a tattoo. And then I was like, oh my God, that is a tattoo. And then I laughed for so long. But I'm not sure that would have been as funny if I hadn't have had my little tiny 1 milligram weed gummy. And it was just fun. And sometimes I feel like, like I want to like a glass of wine or something at night when I'm watching a movie, but then I get kind of like a weird headache sometimes or whatnot. And I feel like this was just like great, but not overwhelming, So I really enjoyed that. And I'm going to do it again. Maybe I'll do it one time before I do an episode of Circle Time. I was going to say for 420, but like that literally just happened. And also like how fucking lame am I? Yeah, this is the 420 episode. So I'm going to take a 1 milligram gummy of weed. No, but I'm going to do it sometime for the episode because I feel like I was being like extra funny, but that also could have been the weed, So I would say, do I recommend the movie? I would say that I do. Why not? It's like a nice, lighthearted kind of, what's it called? Rom-com-ish. It's kind of a rom-com. It's more just like a lighthearted romantic movie. And those are just the best, If anyone knows any other good ones of those, let a sister know. Let me know, please. Okay, listen to me. Get close to the speaker. I'm going to tell you something right now. If you have a desire, you want to start a brand, you want to sell a product, you want to post content, you have any dream that you have that you're holding on to, I want you to go for it. Can you make a circular promise that you're going to go for it? Because I will say my life completely changed for the better when I decided to do the scary thing and put myself out there online. I could not have even dreamed up my life turning out the way that it has. With my circulars, with everything. It just putting myself out there has changed my life. And I just want you all to experience that too, because you never know where putting yourself out there will take you in life. And I know that you are all going to do great things. And if you are ready to step out of your comfort zone, but you're feeling a little stuck, you're feeling a little scared, you need a helping hand, I get it. I've been there and I have the perfect solution. Today's podcast is sponsored by a service that I love very much that was so helpful when I was starting out, and that is Squarespace. They are very beginner friendly and easy to use. Trust me, if I can use it, literally anyone can. Whether you're looking to sell a product, post content, grow a brand, Squarespace is the perfect place to do so. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Squarespace makes it easy for you if you're just starting out with features like the flexible website templates with designs for any category you can think of that you can customize and updates. My personal few favorite features are the video collection, the asset library, and the custom merch. So the video collection allows me to organize my video content easily. The asset library lets me upload, organize, and access all of my content in one place. So it's just all organized and right there. And custom merch allows me to easily sell my merch to my beautiful audience. They just make it so easy to create a beautiful website for any endeavor you are starting. So try it out. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/circletime to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. As we know, we were just talking about it. Summer is here. The sun is shining. The waves are calling, and it is time for fun in the sun. I'm ready. Are you ready? I know you're ready, but is your hair ready for the heat? Because sun, salt, SPF, they can all impact your hair health. So start Nutrafol now to keep your strands feeling strong this summer. Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement, with over 1 million people seeing thicker, stronger, faster growing hair with less shedding. Now, everyone's root causes of hair thinning are different, so a one-size-fits-all approach to hair growth does not work, Nutrafol, though, has multiple formulas that are tailored to give your hair what it needs to grow throughout different stages, such as postpartum, which I'm going through right now, and menopause, as well as for different lifestyles, such as plant-based diets. Whatever you're going through, Nutrafol's multiple formulas can help you out to target specifically what you need for your hair, And these formulas, they're physician formulated with drug-free ingredients. So Nutrafol supplements support healthy hair growth from within by targeting root causes of thinning, including stress, hormones, environment, nutrition, lifestyle, and metabolism as they evolve throughout a woman's life. We're always changing. you know? And while many supplements rely solely on ingredient studies, Nutrafol clinically tests final formulations to ensure their efficacy. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after taking Nutrafol women's hair growth supplement for 6 months. So with Nutrafol, building a hair growth routine is simple. All you have to do is purchase online. There's no prescriptions required. Free shipping and automated deliveries ensure you will never miss a day. See results in 3 to 6 months. It is the best. I've been taking it, especially ever since my hair started falling out after postpartum, and I definitely have been loving it. So get results you can run your fingers through. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month's subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and enter the promo code CircleTime10. Find out why over 4,500 healthcare professionals and stylists recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com, spelled Nutrafol.com, promo code CircleTime10. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code CircleTime10. What else is going on? Let's look at my list of topics, shall we? Because I have topics now, and I'm just like Mrs. Topics. So let's take a little look. Summer's coming up. You know what? That is so true. Summer is coming up. Have I gotten more accustomed to beach life? It is written on here. No, I haven't. And I actually really need to, because like, obviously we want to take Otis to the beach. And like, I don't want to be the mom that's like, I don't want to like project onto my kids, oh, I don't like the beach. The beach is bad. So then they start to think that things are bad. Like, I want them to come up with their own opinions on things. And so like, I have to be chill at the beach for Otis. Like, I don't want him to think that sand is bad just because I think sand is bad. You know what I mean? So like, I need to get over it. I need to go to the beach and be like, la, 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 I don't care. This is so fun. And will I ever be able to do that? I really don't know, because like, when have I ever been like, la, 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 I don't care. Like, never in my life. But actually, you know what? No, there is one time in my life where I was like that at the beach. And guess what? I broke my fucking hand. Snapped the bone right in half because I was having too much fun at the beach. Have I ever told you guys that? I was in the ocean. It was summer before going into 9th grade. And I was frolicking in the ocean, being like so carefree, finally having the time of my life. Didn't care that my bikini bottoms were filled with sand. Didn't care that my ear holes probably had sand in them. Like, didn't care at all about the sand being everywhere. And I was playing in the ocean, getting my hair wet, like literally having the time of my life. Turn to get out of the ocean, and a wave hits me from behind. I fall down into the sand. If you're watching on the video, you can see, but I'll also try to explain it. So I went to stop myself and I put my hand down, but like not flat. I kind of had it go down with like my fingers tips going into the sand, and my middle finger, I actually saw it happen. I can still see it because I opened my eyes underneath the water, and my middle finger went to the side when the rest of my hand was straight. My middle finger went to the side. Pretty far. And I heard a, okay, well, I didn't hear 3 of them. I just heard one, and I was like, ow. And then I got out of the ocean, and I was like, I think I broke my hand. And I wasn't with my parents or anything. I was with my friend and her parents. And obviously, have I talked about this before? If I have, I'm so sorry. But like, they were like responsible for me, you know? And so they didn't want to like send me home with a broken hand. So they were like, it's not broken, move it. And so I'm trying to like move my hand, and it's like really hurting. And my parents weren't able to pick me up from my friend's house until like 11 p.m. because they were at a Dodger game. And so they finally picked me up, and my dad took one look at my hand, and he was like, your hand is absolutely broken. And I was like, I know, trust me. I know I can't do anything. And so I had to wear a cast and whatnot. And that was the only time I was carefree at the beach. And so I just have a little bit of like beach nerves, not because of that, but just because like it's windy and it's cold and there's sand. But you know what? We live by the beach, and like we live in Southern California. There's a beach, and I'm going to enjoy it because life is too short not to enjoy the beach. And I feel like every time I've gone, remember like my first episode ever of Circle Time, I was talking about how I got chairs and an umbrella and stuff. I'm going to start using that stuff again. And I'm going to get a little like play thing for Otis so he can like kind of like, because right now he's just like too little. So he needs a little thing to be in. So I'm going to get him something like that. And we're going to enjoy the beach this summer. I'm making a circle vow right now. Hold your circles up. Girls, hold your circles up. Wait, it kind of looks like I'm like jerking something off. You know what? Never mind, girlies. Don't hold your circles up. Don't hold your circles up. Hold the circle to your heart. And I'm telling you, oh my God, I have to stop doing that. But I'm vowing to the circlers that I am going to get on that beach this summer, and we're having a beach girl summer. Say it with me. I vow to have a beach girl summer. I hope that you said it at home, and we're going to enjoy the beach for once in our lives because we're going to do it for the kids, do it for the youth of America. Enjoy the beach for the youth of America. Okay. That's going to be a fun part of summer. I just I do love summertime. I love like barbecues and hot dogs and stuff like that. Like, you know, I'm excited to do all of that. We're doing some traveling this summer. We're going to Canada to see Cody's family, and he's DJing at the Calgary Stampede. So we're going for that. And my family's also coming to see Calgary, which will be so fun. We're going to Vegas this weekend because Cody is DJing there as well. And my parents are coming to that also, but they're going to stay in the hotel and hang out with Otis while we're in Vegas. And what else? Are we doing any more traveling? Maybe just like little things here and there. But I'm really just kind of excited. I think we're both like excited to be home and enjoy our yard and just have like a fun summer at home. I feel like last summer I was pregnant and we were also traveling a lot. So now we're able to like enjoy our yard and our home and stuff, and it's going to be done soon. And so I'm really excited about that. But yeah, everything else for summer should be fun. I hope. I really hope, because I'm scared for the beach, you guys, but it's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be great, actually. It's a beach girl summer. It's as simple as that. It's a beach girl effing summer. And now I decide to say effing after I've said the F word 6 million times. It's a beach girl. It's a beach girl fucking summer. Sometimes it just doesn't come out naturally, and I'm not really sure why. Like sometimes if I overthink cussing, I feel like it doesn't sound natural all of a sudden. Does that make sense? I don't know. But yeah, other than that, everything's good. Otis is doing well. Little Otis update for you guys. He's crushing it. He has been rolling. He hasn't yet rolled from his back to his belly, but I feel like he's like really starting to. Like he's like kicking his leg over and stuff. So I feel like that'll happen soon. And he's doing wonderfully. So yeah. He's great. I'm excited. I'm actually kind of scared to bring him to Vegas, like to expose him to the world that is Vegas, but he's going to be like not seeing the craziness fully. So it'll be fine. But yeah, I'm excited. He did really well on the plane going to Canada, and that was like a almost 3 hour flight. And he was totally fine. He like slept on my legs and ate, and he was like wonderful. So it's a quick flight to Vegas, and my parents are also going to be with us on that plane. And so I feel like I'm not too concerned about the flight anymore. Like I feel like I was worried about flying with him at first, but like I'm not too worried about that. Hopefully I don't jinx myself right now. I'm knocking on wood, but I think he'll be just fine, and I hope he has a good time. We're gonna, because my best friend and her baby and her husband are also coming. So we might take them to like the aquarium, because there's a good aquarium there and stuff like that in Vegas. And then we'll go watch Cody DJ, and my parents will watch the babies, which is so nice because, the babies will be asleep, but it'll be fun. So yeah, that's kind of what's been going on this past week. That's really it. That's all the updates I have for you. And that means that it's time for a couple calls. Should we do a couple voicemails? Shall we? Hang on. Let's pull them up.
Hi, Kelsey. My name's Cody, and I actually
Cody.
sent you a message a little bit ago. It was right before you were on maternity leave, so I don't think you quite got to it on the pod. But I did let you know in that voicemail that Ryan Seacrest was going to be the new host of Wheel of Fortune, and I asked for your opinions and everything like that. And then you talked about it on Insanely Chill, and you said, I know that because, and then you stopped talking. And I'm wondering if my voicemail was the reason that you found that out. So, if you happen to recall that, let me know. Love you so much. You're the best. Okay, bye.
Okay, I love this question. So Cody, thank you for asking. Unfortunately, I never heard your original voicemail. I don't think. And so since I can't, I think I just heard like from like E! News or something about Ryan Seacrest. But since I'm not 100% sure, I will say, Cody, you're part of the reason. And I don't even know if that's true, but the fact that you thought to call and tell me that on Circle Time, just like, I really appreciate that. So I'm going to give you some of that credit. So thank you. And if you didn't listen to the episode of Insanely Chill, go listen to it. I thought it was a fun episode. But I love the fact that Ryan Seacrest is the new host of Wheel of Fortune. Like, obviously he is. And you know, I'm like, love Ryan Seacrest. I love Ryan Seacrest so much. And I've just always been such a big fan of him. And I love the fact that he's going to host Wheel of Fortune. The fact that Wheel of Fortune is still on is like so insane to me. It's just literally been on forever, I feel. But I love the fact that Ryan's doing it now. Like, of course he is. You know, of course he is. He's the best. And I think he's going to absolutely crush it. And I'm going to watch his opening episode. I feel like we all have to, right? And then we can talk about it. Let's all watch it, okay? I don't know when it comes on, but we're going to watch it. Okay, here's another one.
Hi, Kelsey. My name is Jenna, and I am 20, and I recently got a puppy in March. She's about 5 months old now, and I love her to death. I would die for her. I would let her represent me in court. I would represent her in court. But it's my first long-term commitment, other than college, which isn't even that long-term. Like, oh, it's 4 years. Anyways, and now I'm kind of afraid to do anything else, such as getting married, having children, doing all that. Because now I'm freaked out about commitments like that, and it just makes me a little nervous how permanent those things are. And I'm just wondering if you have any advice on how to not feel so panicked all the time about having to like sit down and actually do things. I fear I'm not 16 anymore. I'm struggling. Thank you.
No, I totally get that. It's scary to commit to things. It absolutely is. But like, think about the first thing that you said there, right? You were like, I literally am obsessed with this dog. I would represent him in court and I would let him represent me in court. I love this dog. Those feelings of love, like you have to like hold on to those because like those are better than the alternative, which is not having any commitments at all. Like getting to feel that kind of like unconditional love and whatnot and taking care of something like that is so much more worth it than never getting to experience that because of the fear of commitment, you know? So hold on to that. Also, you have a 5-month-old puppy right now. Like that is not easy. And I feel like when you're kind of like really in the thick of it, like I was even thinking about this today with like postpartum stuff. I definitely had moments when I was postpartum where like I could not figure things out. And I was like, what did I do? How am I going to be a mom? Like, how can I do this? I cannot figure this out. I can't do this. Like you kind of spiral and you freak out. There's a lot of hormones involved with postpartum. So that also has something to do with it. But I also have a puppy, or I had a puppy. He's, 4 now. Otis. Chili is an older dog. But I remember when he was a puppy, it being like, oh shit, this is my responsibility for a long time now. What did I do? But it only gets better and better and better. The feelings of like, you're kind of constantly, not that you're not always going to be taking care of him, but like they just, as dogs get older, they get more chill and it just becomes a more chill experience. And the like, scary, intense parts, those are all temporary. But like the love that you feel for that animal or whatever it is, like that love is not, like that love will last forever, and it makes everything so worth it. I think what you're feeling is completely normal, but like it's so much more full of a life and more wonderful of an experience if you just have things to love and have places to give your love and receive love, and like that makes life worth it, you know, instead of like not having to commit to something because it's a big commitment and whatnot. That might sound nice at times, but like in the grand scheme of things, getting to experience that kind of love is so worth it. So keep sticking with it. He's only 5 months right now. It's going to get easier and easier and easier, and you're going to be so happy that you did it, and you're probably going to want another dog, honestly. So keep at it. Everything will be worth it. You're also 20, so like don't worry about getting married or anything right now because you're very young. And when it's right, and you'll know, and the commitment won't feel nearly as scary than the love and the happiness that you get in return, you know? Okay, let's do another one.
Hi, Kelsey. Oh my God. Hi. Oh my God. Literally. Hi. Literally. Oh my God. Sorry. This is so embarrassing. I love you and your family, obviously. That's why I'm like being a quirky little girl right now. What the heck? Okay. I was wondering if you could give me some advice on how to stay positive emotionally and mentally, and just like in the world when you're going through like physical things. Like for me right now, I'm dealing with some physical health problems, and I'm finding it really difficult to stay positive and to, I don't know, I guess just like move through the world a bit. And I'm wondering if you had any advice for ways to keep positive during harder times. Love you.
That is a really good question, and I don't know that I'm going to have a really good answer for that because I feel like a lot of times it's really hard to stay positive. Also, by the way, I love you very much too, and thank you for being so sweet. But I know how hard it is to stay positive, especially when you're kind of getting bad news or things are uncertain or whatever it is. I feel like it's easy to focus on the negative. Things come and go in waves, and like bad news and not good, like the negative things that you might be hearing right now, like the physical stuff that you're going through and whatnot, like the feelings of uncertainty and unfamiliarity, is that a word? Like all of those feelings are, and kind of like I was just saying in the last phone call or the last voicemail, like all of that stuff is temporary, you know? And like you kind of learn. At first, things can seem really scary, but then you kind of learn how to deal with things and what works for you when you're going through that kind of stuff. And I feel like when you don't really know how to deal with it, that's when the negative feelings start to happen. But like as time goes on, you'll learn more and more how to deal with these certain things and what works for you and what doesn't. And that makes it all more positive, and you'll get more used to everything. And like, the negatives and the positives come and go in waves. It's not always going to be positive, but like I feel like those deep, dark feelings that you're feeling right now, that will pass, and they are temporary. So just know that like it's not forever and it will pass, and just keep looking at that light at the end of the tunnel. It really is just like there's light at the end of the tunnel, and like just keep reminding yourself of like that you can get through this. Like you've already heard the scary news. Like you've already heard, like there are so many things that I feel like I've been scared to hear in my life that I've been scared of. And then you experience it and you're like, oh, I experienced that thing that I was really scared of experiencing it. And I'm still here. I got through it. So keep pushing. It's not always going to be 100% easy, but like you will get through it, and you'll experience parts of life that like you would have never experienced had you not been here. So like keep going, and you'll see the beauty in other parts of life, and you'll see why things happened the way they happened. And there is light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what it is. So you got this. Keep pushing through. You can do it. And I love you. Should we do one more? I'm feeling crazy.
Hey, Kelsey. I just wanted to say that I love you so much, and thank you so much for making these podcasts. They make my life so much better.
I love you.
My question is, I just had my son about a month ago.
Oh my God, congrats.
And I'm only 21, so I'm kind of a younger mother, and I just feel like people aren't really respecting my boundaries. And I'm also kind of a people pleaser anyway, so it's really hard for me to like keep those boundaries. And I wanted to know if you had any advice on how to keep them. Thank you. I love you.
Okay, first of all, you're amazing. You are amazing. That little baby is so lucky to have you as their mom, and I just keep like you're amazing, and congratulations, and keep going. I feel like I actually was just talking to my mom about this the other day, because I also kind of fall into that where I'm like, oh, sorry, but I don't really like that. Like I'm not like as assertive as I could be sometimes. And for example, Cody just did a race, and I was with Otis, and there was like a guy filming footage for the race, and he was like, can I get a shot of the baby? And like I was about to be like, oh yeah, sure, but like I don't want Otis on camera. Like I've always kind of said that. Pictures for me, of course, but like this random guy's footage, like he doesn't need my son to be in it. And I was like, at first I was like, oh my God, do I say yes? But even though I don't want him to, but then I was just like, oh no, thank you. Like, I don't really like for him to be on camera. And the guy was like, okay, no problem. And I said, sorry. And then he walked away, and I was like, you know what? I don't even need to apologize for that, because that is a boundary that I've set, and I'm the mom, and that's okay. And my mom was like, yep, you're the mom. You can set whatever rule you want to set. All you have to do is remind yourself that you're setting these boundaries for the betterment of your child. You know, it might seem like you're disappointing other people by setting these boundaries, but really like those people will get over it. And like the most important person that you have to worry about besides yourself is your son. That's like the number one, is your child. Yeah, you might be disappointing someone else, but you're doing it for them, and that's all that matters. So always remind yourself why you're doing it, why you're setting that boundary. And sure, it might be a little awkward for a second. Someone might get upset about it, but they'll get over it, and you'll be happy in the long run that you stuck to what you wanted and you were doing it to look out for your child. And it will always be worth it. No matter like the reaction that you get from other people, none of that matters, because you know that why you're doing it and who you're doing it for, and it's your baby. So just remind yourself of that, and I will do the same, because I know it's not easy, but it will always be worth it in the long run. So yeah, there we have it. There are our story times of the day. I love hearing from you guys. Thank you so much for calling. I did get some little cards for our journal time, kids table topics actually. And I'm going to pick a couple random ones, and we can do one or two journal times, shall we? Who's the funniest person you know? What a fun one. Okay, well, I think I'm pretty funny. Myself, I'm just kidding. I would say Cody and my dad. But I do know a lot of very funny people. That's like pretty hard. Like, that's a tough one. I like to surround myself with funny people. What's your favorite joke? I have a couple. The one that I always go to is, what do you call a cat that's thrown out the window? Kitty litter. Get it? Anyway, I'll do one more. What's your earliest memory as a little kid? What is my earliest memory? I used to go to USC football games growing up. We had home tickets. We had season tickets. My God, I couldn't think. To USC football games from when I was like a month old. I went to my first game to when I was in college, I think. And I feel like one of my first memories is at a game, because that was like the best time ever. Like my most special memories, my favorite memories, like are always tied to USC games in one way or another. And I hope to like give my children the same kind of experience one day, because I really loved going to those. So I would say probably something in one of those. I don't know. That's a really hard question. Like my earliest memory, I have no idea. And just like that, another episode of Circle Time is coming to an end. And I just really love you guys so much. And I love being in the circle with you. I really do. I love you all. And thank you so much for being the absolute best. You really, truly are. And yeah, Thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you next week. And that's that. Be safe, be smart, be circly, be sweet. I love you. Bye. Circle time. Let's have some fun. I said circle time. Just you and I. Time.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.